Hey, it's Wes.
And Shonda, and welcome to DinkLife. As you can tell from how ridiculous I look, it is raining right now. We are at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, but the rain is supposed to clear up soon, so I'm going to be running a locker later probably to store this in. However, I would like to stay dry for now. I have never been here, so I'm pretty excited. The cool thing is that Hershey Park was so nice, and they were kind enough to give us free admission today. But they did give us a whole list of things to check out, places to eat and things like that, so I'm pretty darn excited. Can't wait to go in and see what's happening, so come along with us.
That's super cool. A Hershey Kiss fountain. We're heading in to check out this park. I haven't been here actually since the early 90s. It's a cute photo op. Here's a Blazer GM. Boom! We are heading into Wildcat's Revenge, an RMC. That's really cool. They got a little chunk of the old Wildcat right there.
So we just got off Wildcat's Revenge, which is the RMC that opened last year here at the park on an old spot called Wildcat. Man, that thing was amazing.
Really good.
It might be my favorite RMC right now. I'm sorry, better than Steel Vengeance, and I know I'm going to catch crap for that, but the operations were amazing.
Oh yeah, those
they
guys
did
are
not
serious
piss
about
around.
their job.
And the great thing about Hershey, which every other park is trying to price gouge you, they give you free lockers right before you get on the ride.
It's one of the only RMCs I've ridden that actually gives you, other than like a big enough locker to put your cell phone in.
Yes, we can put all your bags and everything in there.
Big locker.
Man, that thing was just, the ejector airtime on that was
really good.
Crazy. And the restraints on this are better than most of the RMCs. They still have the shin guards, but they're not quite as bad. They kind of form around your legs instead of just pushing into them. And then they give you two little handlebars and like a strap in the middle, almost like you're riding a horse or something.
Yeah. It's a really nice seat design.
I can't say enough good things about this ride. Even if this was the only good ride today, it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Two thumbs up.
And now we're heading up to Laff Trakk, the indoor coaster. See how it is. Got off Laff Trakk. We waited about 30 minutes for it. The operations were fine inside. It's a low capacity ride.
Yeah, it loads slow, and they don't. If it's two riders, they don't. It's like seats 4, and they weren't like asking for more people, you know. So
But overall, the inside, it's really well themed inside, and then the coaster is probably one of the best indoor dark coasters I've ridden.
Yeah, it was super smooth.
Super smooth. Yeah. And it has great theming on the inside.
Yeah, it's all like neon paint. So.
Yeah, it's well worth riding if you get a chance. And here's a map of the Midway America swimming area. Now we are heading into the racer.
So we just got off Lightening Racer, which is right behind us, which, as the name would imply, is this park's version of a racer. Unfortunately, both sides weren't running. They were working on it, though, so it did look like maybe they were going to get it up and running today, because there were 2 cars pulled in, and they were working on the one as we got on. You know, I love wood coasters. It was just okay. It would have been way more fun if both sides were running, because the track all intertwines, like you can't see where you're going and everything like that. But when you're just kind of riding it alone...
Well, it's not a racer. It's not as exciting.
Yeah,
but
it's not as exciting.
Actually, we rode back row, and it seemed like it had more modern cars on it, and it was super smooth.
The seats were extremely comfortable. Yeah. I will say that. The cars look new, which is great. But yeah, it'll be much better once they get the second car racing.
Yep. And there's some of the water park, the backside of it. They have lots of food options. Here's a Chick-fil-A. And there is Milton Hershey. There's Cupfusion, the shooting gallery.
Alright, so we just got up of Reese's Cupfusion, which is right behind us, and it is Hershey's version of a shooting gallery. I will say the ride loads very, very slowly. It's not anybody's fault, it's just that's the way it is. Like when you look in there, even if the line wraps around like 3 times, it looks like a short line. It still took a half an hour. So just be aware of that. So far, the ride times have been pretty consistent on that.
Yeah, it was accurate. Yeah,
very accurate. Having said that, it was fun. It was a good shooting gallery.
I like too that you can actually see where you're shooting, which
they're like laser pointers, so you can actually see where your laser is pointing, unlike some of these other shooting galleries where you can't see what you're aiming or hitting.
Yep.
So in that regard, it was super fun, and of course, as always, I did the worst in the park.
Yeah, and it was a mix of screens and actual stuff moving in the environment.
So that was fun too, because I had more luck with the moving things than I did with the screen.
Yep.
So yeah, lots of fun.
Now we're heading over to the zoo to check it out. With your admission ticket, you do get access to the zoo, amusement park, and the water park. So kind of nice little feature. It's kind of cool. They got 3 drop towers so you can have different heights depending on how brave you are. Just about to blast off. Now we're heading into the zoo. It's 11-acre zoo. And here's a map of the zoo.
Alright, so as Wes said earlier, admission to the zoo is free with Hershey Park admission. But if you don't want to come to Hershey Park and you just want to come to the zoo, it is $16.50.
There's a cottonmouth. So that's a spoonbill up there. Pretty neat. Some tiny little crabs. Big old snapper turtle. There's an alligator back there. It's pretty cool how lifted up in the air some of the stuff is. Look at that. It's hanging out in his house, even though I don't think it'll focus on the fence. The Great Southwest. That's a black-footed ferret. He's passed out in his food bowl. You can see him, he's up, hidden up there in the roof. That's a western diamondback rattlesnake. There you go. That's a coati. Ocelot. Taking a little nap right now.
Well, the sign said it was under veterinary care and was being watched very closely, so I don't know what that means. But.
There's two armadillos sleeping, all snuggled up. Some Gila monsters. Gila monsters, kind of hidden all over. He's just passed out. Belly up.
Yep.
And that's all the black birds in there. A ton of black birds up in that tree. Nice view of the zoo here. And here's the American elk. Little falcon. He's giving me his wow face. Real hot out right now. Wolf's taking a little nap. There's a porcupine. Swaddling along.
Sure is.
Oh, another one's sleeping. Nice big arcade over here. Now we're heading into Kissing Tower.
That's a nice view. Fresh milk from local farms. Today, this factory town is known as Hershey, the sweetest place on earth. With Milton Hershey's support, houses, businesses, and entertainment came into existence, creating the town we know today. Let's take a closer look at some of the attractions. Look at the light.
Oh, that's the Hershey Company.
Hershey Park was originally created as leisure grounds for employees of Hershey's chocolate factories. Today, our family theme park has more than 70 attractions, including 15 coasters. Our newest wood and steel hybrid coaster, Wildcat's Revenge, takes riders through one-of-a-kind thrills found only at Hershey Park. Climb a 140-foot hill, hit max speeds of 62.
Heading into Coal Cracker.
So we just got off Coal Cracker, which is right behind us, and it is their log flume. It was really a lot of fun. And one thing I forgot to mention in this park, as long as you're wearing a hip pack, they will let you keep your bags on you on all the rides here. They let me keep my hat and glasses on there, which is great. I think some of these parks really overdue with not being able to take anything on any of these rides. But so far, this park has been great.
Yeah, and I did want to say that one does have a super high capacity. It has 2 drop hills, so they can move the logs through there really quick.
Yeah, and it's fun too. I mean, it really moves along. Like, you know, most log flumes kind of like really lazily go through the top part.
Yep.
This thing cooked.
Yeah, and just so you know, you don't get too wet on it. So if you're not looking to get too wet, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah,
just a couple sprinkles on us.
We had 3 people in our boat, and nobody really got wet. So good times on that.
Little frozen bowls. If you want to get those paint colors, there's the color codes. There's the Q building for SooperDooperLooper. Got off the SooperDooperLooper. I'm not sure what it is. It's an older coaster.
It's a Schwarzkopf.
Oh, okay, Schwarzkopf coaster. But yeah, it's an older coaster. The train seemed actually pretty new on it. Or I don't know if they're new or Hershey just keeps immaculate care of their rides. But
very smooth for being an older coaster.
Yeah, and then the loop's actually not super intense. So like, if you want to ride it, I wouldn't say it really is that bad for being an inversion. Mm-hmm. But yeah, great little ride. And there's some baby Canadian geese crossing the road here.
So we just got off of Sky Rush, which is right behind us, and it is the only Intamin winged coaster in existence, I guess.
Yep.
It's not really a winged coaster, it's more like a floorless coaster. The 2 seats on the end do hang out over the sides.
Yeah.
Man, that thing cranks up that lift hill super fast.
Lift hill.
You know, if you've watched us, you know I'm a huge fan of Intamin coasters, and this did not disappoint. It's not very long, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, good airtime and everything.
Yeah, lots of good airtime and just some good banks, and you go out over water. It's a really fun, good coaster. So 2 thumbs up for me.
Now we're heading into Storm Runner. It's a Intamin launch coaster.
Accelerator, yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a mini top thrill with a couple extra things.
Yeah, with like some extra stuff at the end, which is fun.
Yeah, with some inversions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it goes up to, 70 or something maybe.
Yeah, it has a pretty punch to its launch.
Yeah, it's got a good launch at the beginning. And then it's got like a little mini top hat, and then it does some like kind of
corkscrews,
business
yeah,
and stuff. It's fun.
It's a fun little ride. Kind of short, but fun ride.
Yeah.
One thing we forgot to mention when we got off Sky Rush is that this year they put new trains in with new restraints, and apparently the old restraints were sort of painful and it sort of made the ride less popular, but
It's cool they listened to the public though and fixed it.
It is, and the restraints they have on there now, you can't even feel them. I mean, it's like you have nothing on.
Yeah.
So.
And also this year, Comet, they redid it too. So yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Very cool. That's another one that's being redone. And there's Fahrenheit, the only vertical Intamin lift hill. Got off Fahrenheit. This is another Intamin. It's the only vertical lift hill
Intamin. At least that's what log rides
in the world. At least that's what it says. So yeah, it's a cool ride. 6 inversions.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, super smooth. Yeah, it was a great little ride though. Oh, you can get the little shooter from the shooting gallery. Yeah, it's a cool shirt.
Oh, the front. That's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Hello, sweet friends. Our next friend. Great job.
These are cute. The puppy shirts. Hershey puppy shirts. They have lots of dog themed shirts in here. It's really cool. Never seen that. Who doesn't love dogs?
Ornament.
And they do have a nice Christmas store here too if you're looking for Christmas ornaments. They do have lots of characters out here.
Oh, we have a friend putting on a performance. Wonderful job, friend.
If you do need a locker, it's $18 for the day. Now we are heading to Candymonium.
Candymonium, which is a B&M hypercoaster here at the park that was built in 2018. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I mean, it wasn't very long, but there was a lot of airtime, some really good bunny hills, and the view, it's all the way at the front of the park, but like you're going away from all the other rides in the park, so it's just like grass and water and trees. It's lovely to look at. And I mean, it's just a really good time. I actually prefer this over Orion at Kings Island.
Yeah, great. I think
just
they were
neat.
running maybe 4 cars. Yeah,
I think
amazing. 3, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's still amazing operations at this place.
Yeah, I will say that.
This is some of the best operations outside of Disney and Universal I've seen in the United States.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. The operations have been very, very good here today. I mean, they are quick and they get you in and get you out. And I mean, it's not terribly, terribly busy today. It was kind of just like mid-level busy. And they're still running like 2-3 trains on every coaster.
Yeah.
So
impressive.
good on them. All right, everybody. So we just finished up our day at Hershey Park. And I have to say, it was a fabulous day. It started out rainy and really cloudy and crappy, but man, it cleared up and the sun is shining now, and it just turned into a beautiful day. this park is so clean.
Super
and
clean.
man,
This is how I like my parks.
Yeah, the operations here were fantastic. This was my first time, and I would definitely come back here again. One thing we should mention, it was really, really busy at lunchtime. All the lines for the food were really, really long, so we left the park. But last night, we did eat at the restaurant behind us called the Chocolatier.
It was really good.
Which is attached to the park. You can get into it from the front, though, so you don't have to be inside the park to eat there. And the food was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you can find any kind of food in here. There was Chick-fil-A, Chicky and Pete's, Subway, Moe's.
Hot dog, Nathan's
hot dogs. I mean, there's every kind of variety of food.
Yeah, absolutely. But the cool thing about this Chocolatier restaurant is a lot of the things, the sauces and things like that, were made with chocolate, like things you wouldn't expect. Like my brother-in-law had a piece of chicken with like chocolate peanut butter sauce on it, which maybe doesn't sound good, but it was actually quite delicious. So, I mean, if you come here, the food is fantastic, the operations are fantastic. It was just really a good day, and nearly every single ride was running today, I might add. There was very little downtime on anything, and the rides that were closed, or things that are being closed for like refurb and stuff like that, it wasn't anything that was just like temporarily down or whatever. So, I mean, good on that.
I would say the maintenance crews here is badass.
Yeah, I would say
I mean,
that.
all the cars are amazing. Everything's super well
Yeah, everything looks
amazing.
like it's like freshly painted and brand new. I mean, it's just a beautiful park. And again, we do want to thank Hershey for providing us with our tickets today. We are not just building them up because of that. Honestly,
it is
you know us.
We
are very honest people about how things go. And I mean, this really was just a great day, and I would come back here again anytime. So kudos to Hershey. What a great day at this park. And just remember, as always, whatever you decide to do, just get out there and do it.